Hi everybody, my name's Korrina and I'm going to do a Top 5 Wednesday video for you guys today. Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group managed by Sam over at Thoughts on Tomes. I'll leave a link to her channel down below. So this week's topic is 5 authors that you'd like to read more from. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first up, I wanted to talk about A.S. King. I've had her books recommended to me loads and loads of times, and finally I decided to pick up Still Life with Tornado, which I enjoyed but I wasn't totally in love with, but I can't wait to try more of her books. I recently purchased Gloria O'Brien's History of the Future, so that'll probably be the next one that I read, and I'm just really excited to dig into her other works. Next up, I want to talk about Anna Marie McLemore. This is her upcoming book. It's called Wild Beauty, which I read a couple months ago, and I absolutely fell in love with her writing. The way that she describes things is so lush and beautiful, and there's just something magical about it. She writes mostly magical realism, which is a genre that I really enjoy, but I have a hard time finding books that do it well. It's kind of a tricky genre, and she is just amazing at it. She has 2 other books out right now. One is called The Weight of Feathers and the other one is called When the Moon Was Ours, and I can't wait to pick up both of them very, very soon. Next up, I wanted to mention Louise O'Neill, who wrote Only Ever Yours. I read this book last month and I really enjoyed it, even though it was super intense. It's a book all about the pressures that society places on women, and it's very much a dystopian story that's quite hard-hitting. Her other book that she has out is called Asking for It, which kind of takes a look at rape culture, I believe. So she's an author that's definitely not afraid to write about touchy subjects. I'm also just really curious to see what else she comes out with in the future. Another author that I want to mention is Neil Gaiman. Now, I'm a massive Neil Gaiman fan, and I have read a whole bunch of his books, but he just keeps writing more. It's very hard to keep up, but he's definitely an author that I'm super inspired by. I've seen him speak multiple times, and he's just wonderful. This quote at the top of this book kind of describes my feelings towards Neil as well, so I'm just going to read it. It says, "If this book came to you during a despairing night, by dawn you would believe in ideas and hope and humans again." And that's written by Caitlin Moran. And that is just how Neil makes me feel. Like, if you listen to him speak or you read his stories, he kind of just puts positivity back into your life. So while I have read a whole bunch of his books, I still own a whole bunch that haven't been read, and I can't wait to just like sit down and really devote some time to going through his collection of stories. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about Kasie West. This was the very first and only Kasie West book that I've read, which we included in our August 2016 box, and I just absolutely fell in love with her writing. She mostly writes contemporary stories, and they're quite like romantic, but they're also super funny and often deal with some darker subjects within them, and I just can't wait to read more from her. She has so many great books out that everybody raves about, and I need to fix this. I need to read more. Contemporary books are actually my favorite genre, so I'm always looking for new contemporary authors, so I think I'm gonna really enjoy Kasie West's other books. So those were 5 authors that I'd really like to read more from. Let me know in the comments what authors that you're hoping to read more from as well. I'd love to know. For more bookish videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Happy reading, and thanks for being awesome. Bye!